So, what's the plan? Well, has anyone given up on their New Year's resolutions yet? I hope not. My New Year's resolution this year is to just log my progress on my endeavors. And I've got 4 major endeavors going on in my life right now. Like hobby, just me. We're not talking like uh, family, religion, and career and all that. This is just project wise. I've got my writing, I've got my sewing, I got my garden, and I've got these videos. So there's 4 main uh, endeavors, and I'm logging my time on it because I found after logging the past 2 years how many hours, how many words, how many hours I'm committing to my writing every day, or not. There's been a lot of those. I found that I was competitive against myself and, wanted to outdo last month's or monitor and study. Gosh, whenever I have a cow to milk, I don't have a lot of time to do my writing. So, it's interesting. I've now got a lot of data to look at and analyze because I seem to have that knack or addiction, but maybe some of y'all can relate. And what I'm doing in this video is showing y'all where I've ripped the seams out of the swim trunks, and now I'm cutting out the squares I'm wanting to put in between the squares that are 9 patches. So I've got the template out of the kit, and let me just show you the concept that I'm trying to do here. I'm going to put, I don't know if this is the arrangement, but I'm just looking at this. I'm just loving the colors. I'm getting a good vibe off of this. It's ocean, it's island. I'm really just love this fabric. I'm glad I rescued it from Goodwill. And I am also working towards letting go of some of my possessions and trying to reduce stuff I've got. And this is the year where other YouTube people are making videos about organizing, and just, there's like this rush across the board. Everyone kind of gets into this resolution of, oh, I'm going to organize and I'm going to get better. And why not ride the wave and just enjoy it? So the big thing that I'm trying to do is tidy up the bedroom area. And I don't want this large mass of fabric just sitting there every time I wake up in the morning. I want to get all that fabric, look through. I want to set free the fabric that I don't want, the fabric that I know I'm probably not ever going to use. I need to get that into some hands of some people who are going to use it. I need to let it go. If you love something, let it go. And hopefully it will not return. Oh, my husband loves open areas and clean surfaces, and he does not like clutter. It makes him anxious. And I, being a loving and conscientious wife, am trying to cater to that. However, there's like this blurred gray area of how much do I want to clear out for his sake, because, mercy, I really would like to keep a lot of the things. It's challenging. I'm a creative person. I'm an engineer. I write. I've got all this going on, multi interest, and I'm trying to put time to it before I leave this earth because I'm wanting to create and put something beautiful out there. And one of those bucket list items was quilting. Here I am grabbing the bull by the horns and doing quilting. But I don't need to be selfish, right? I need to be thinking I'm sharing this house with a family. And part of that is to make the home nice. Now, the living room got cleaned up. Y'all guys have seen the living room. And the kitchen is a constant battle because we live here. The mud room is a constant battle because we have mud for 2 big seasons out of the year. But the bedroom and the office have a heavy influence. Like I've pretty much taken over that. But I try to open up the space on my husband's side of the bedroom and make it easy for him to get to the dresser. Well, before the fabric came into my life, I got a I got a shelf unit on wheels, big casters, big tall. Y'all have seen it in the videos. And I'm loading that thing up with things that at first it was just, stuff I want to create and projects and tools that I use to make things and artistic stuff, and I wasn't really taking it serious. I was just kind of loading it on it, just throwing it on there, no rhyme or reason. Well, I get this thing out of the box and I assemble it, only to find out that it doesn't fit in my space. I must have mismeasured something going on with the boxes. And it I think the measurements were showing me like an inside, like how much shelf space is offered, and not necessarily the outside if you need to make a clearance for this thing. I goofed up. There, I said it. I goofed up. And it would not go into my office. Y'all have seen this. It pokes out the door of the office. Well, it also, because it's wedged, I cannot get my cart, which is also on wheels for convenience. I can't get my cart that has my old fabric stash. I can't get it back in my office. It used to be in my office. Now I've got 2 shelf units. Yeesh. So, guys, I had to realize I was going to have to purge some of my possessions. And that's going to be tricky because I've already gone through several attempts at purging my possessions. And some people say, oh, when you start getting rid of stuff, you're going to work this like muscle and you're going to get stronger and more, you're going to be able to let go of stuff easier the more and more you do it. I'm not sure that's true for my mindset, but I have to say I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff. And I have to look at it like, do you want room in your bedroom, or do you want your stuff? Do you want your shelf unit to fit in your office, or do you want your stuff? Well, on all my stuff, which is in boxes and containers and things, I have a note of what's in the container. And I have a date when I was in that container, when I packed the box. There's timelines going on. And originally I thought my New Year's resolution was going to be, I'm going to go through every one of my boxes. Yeah, this year, I'm going to open every box and touch all my stuff, and during that process, I'm going to try to purge away. Like, oh, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to work that muscle, air quote, muscle on purging. And that became a little intimidating. That was hard for me to, it was great on paper, but then when I was looking at the boxes and about to open the lid on the box, update that date on there, it became a challenge. Now, a lot of this stuff I have looked at and touched within the last 2 years, so it's not like I got that kind of age on these boxes, except if I'm being fully honest and disclosing here, I have got boxes of old papers, records and boring stuff, and some things that may be emotional triggers that I'm a little intimidated about. But I bet if I can go in there and let go of stuff, that would be good. But guys, I'm really struggling with that idea. So send prayers. but I have to get rid of at least 6 boxes in order to get my shelf unit to fit in my office. And I'm thinking about making a video about it, as embarrassing as it may be. I'm scared. Now, this is all the fabric that I can get out of this one panel section of the swim trunks. So there's 4, I think there's 4 more panels to the swim trunks. Don't quote me on that, maybe 2. But I've got 5 large ones with some theme prints in there, and then I've got, what, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 little squares. Now, look how I've got this layout. I'm not sure if this is where I want to go, but I'm for certain this is really close to the quilt I'm wanting to make. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to give a comment, share your thoughts.